Hello everybody and welcome to this new episode of our project Restaurant Management System using Laravel. In the last episode we have finished with the manage section. Now we move to the sales section. Before we add or we display the form to add a new sale, let's move to the sales controller. Here I think that we haven't already. We did not add the sales controller, so let's add the new controller. PHP artisan make controller and controller will be sale controller, and I think that we have already a model. Don't know why we did not. We have already a model here, but I don't know why we did not add. So okay, let's link the model to the new controller. So and we have flag model and we give it the name of the model, which is sale. So this is our model. Next we add the new one. We will have another controller, which is the payments controller. So let's add controller payments controller and we start our server. Let's move to the sale controller. Here inside sale we have the index page. Before we move to the index page, we will protect our model with the auth middleware. So let's use the middleware which is auth, and let's move to the next function, which is the index function, this one. So inside the index function we'll get all the sales. So let's add a new variable which is sales. We will use sale model to get all the sales, or just we don't need to do this. Let's return just the view that we will add soon. The view will be inside the sales index page, and we send with sales, and sales will be, we will use the just sales model and we get the latest. That's all. And I think we have to use also the pagination to paginate just 10 sales. Paginate just 10 sales. So let's move to the next one. Next one will be create sale. This one will return the creates page. Okay, so we don't, I think that's no need to add the controller that we have already here, this one which is the payments. So no need to add it. I was thinking, I thought that we use this one with this function which is the create one, so no need to add the payments controller. We will use this create function instead of this payments controller. So we will send create page, and this page will need tables because we are going to create a new sale. So we will use the table, and the table we will got all the tables. Also we will use the tables. Also we will need all the categories to add a new sale. So we have all the categories, and the final one we will use servants, because every sale need servants. It's servants or the waiter who has delivered sale or who has delivered the order. So it was better name if we have used order controller. It was better for the functionality. You can use anything you want. You can use sale or change it to order, but I think for me it was better if I used order, but you can use it if you want. So let's move to the next one, which is the store. For the store, we are going first of thing we are going to validate the request that we get from the form, and inside the request we will have the table ID, because every order will be inside or on a table. We will have also the menu ID, the menu that was delivered, also the servants or the waiters ID, servants ID, which is also required. Also we will need the quantity, and quantity, I think that's the quantity. Okay, we will name it quantity, will be required. Also you can add any parameters you want. Also we will have the price of all, the total price of the menu, because the menu will contain many menus like hamburger, pizza, and the price will be the total of the prices. Also we will have total. The total will be the price multiplied by the quantity. So here the total will be also required. Also what we have so for the change is not required, we don't need to add it. We have the payment status. For the payment status is required, which means that if the order was paid or it is pending, and payment type, which means it is paid by card or cash. So here we add required. After, let me check this validation. We have the request, just to not have any error in the future. The table ID, the menu, the servants, the quantity, the price, the total, the payment status, and the payment type. So let's move to the next one. The next one we will create the new sales. So we will create a new object from sale model. Inside this new object we will give it sale servants ID. This one will take, what is wrong here? Why I have this line? I think that's just VS Code. So we will have the requests with servants ID. So let's copy and paste this one. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's move to the next one, which is I think this one is servants ID and not, I have here a typo again. I don't know why, sometimes I have some typos. So this one will be quantity. I think let's change it to quantity here to have the same thing. Also we have the what we have said. We have the price. Also we have the total. What else we have? If we have the change it will be added. If not, it will say null. Also the payment status, and final one is the payment, what else, the payment type. So we will use the sale to save. You will save the sale, and before we redirect the user, as we have seen before, that's the sale. Let me refresh your memory. That the sale must belongs to many tables and belongs to many menus. So we have to use these relations to add the tables, because an order will be on a table or many tables with one menu or many menus. So we have to use this relation. So we will use the menus and attach, or we will use a sync is better than attach. So, and we will use the request table ID, not table ID but menu ID. Same thing for tables. So we will attach or sync the tables, and here the table ID, and we will update the status of the table to make them the tables, or the table that has the order on it. We will update its status, or the status of the table. So let's use the relation, which is tables, and updates. So tables, I forgot the parentheses, and here we update the status of the table, which means that table is no longer available, and we give it 0. So it means that the table is already used. And finally we return redirects the user to the route, or we return redirect the user back. We will add messages soon with a message of success, and the message will be menu added successfully. So this is the store method. Let's do a recap. So as I said before, we have here the validation. We validate the input fields or the form fields. Next, we create sale. We give it the servant ID, the quantity, the price, the total, the change, the payment status, and the payment type. And when we save the new sale, we attach, or we sync the menus and the tables, because the menu and the tables we have already added pivot tables, which will hold the, let's see here, we have already, I think that we haven't already added this ones, which is the pivot tables. Oh, I think I haven't done it yet. Okay, I will do it soon. Just we will have a pivot tables. This pivot tables will be the relationship between the sale and the tables, and sale and the menus. We will add them soon. I thought that I have already done this, but if not, I am going to add them soon. So for the edits, for the show sale, I think that for the show sale we don't need it. We will need just the edits, but I will go back to the edit soon. Just let's move to the update one, because it has the same content as the store one. Just we will edit some content. So let's move and see what we have here. Here we have, as I say, the table required. All the fields are required. We need just the sale, so we are not going to use this one. We are going to use sale that we have already here, and we give it servants, the quantity, and we use instead of save, we use updates, and we sync the new tables again with the menus, and we don't need this one to update because we have already updated the tables or the status of the tables inside the store. We don't need to repeat the same thing. So let's move to the next one. I think I will copy this one. Cut it from here, and I will use it here inside destroy. So before we destroyed sale, we bring back, or we make the tables available, and next we delete, we use sale, and we delete sale, and we return the user redirected back. Here we add updated instead of added. So let's copy this line and put it down. Let's put it here. So here instead of updated, we use deleted successfully. What we have, what lasts? I think that we need to add the edits page. So the edits, I think it will be like the creates one. We will need the same fields. Let me check where is the edits. This one. So for the edits, the first thing we need the tables. So the tables, it will not be all the tables, but we need the sale table, tables of this order. We can name it order or sale. So we will bring the sale, we will bring the tables from the relation, and we use where to bring the sale ID will equal sale ID. So we will add this pivot tables as I said before. We will add them soon. So let's bring this one here. So we bring the tables from the table that we will add soon. The table will be named sale tables because it is the relation between sale and the table, sale table. And we will use the sale ID to bring the tables belonging to this sale. So here we use get, and same thing for the menus. Same thing for the menus. Where is the menus? So I will use it. I will put it here. Menus. And same thing we will use, just we will change, we will have a small change here. We use instead of tables, we use menus, and we look for the sale ID, which is equal to the sale ID that we are going to update. We also need servants, and we will also send servants, and we send sale itself, or the order itself. So it was better if I named it order instead of sale, but you can do it if you want. So as I said, we look for the tables that belong to this sale using the relationship, and we look for the menus that belong to this sale using the relationship, and we bring the servants or the waiters, and we bring also the sale itself. So let me check here. So I think that's all what we need here inside this controller. In the next episode we are going to add the pivots table to add the relationship. We have already added the relationship, but we need to add the pivot tables before we move to the to displaying form that we will be using to add a new sale. So don't forget to subscribe, share and comment, and see you in the next episode.